It's Lori, Armchair Chef. How is everybody doing? It's almost halfway through the month. It's halfway, in my opinion, to Christmas. What I'm going to do is I'm going to present my January through November 2024 Mystery Yarn Challenge rules and guidelines in this video. And that will give you a chance to decide if you want to play, if you would not want to participate. That's up to you. If you don't like the way I've made the changes, if you love the way I've made the changes, I've made it more inclusive because I've had people that have played and then not played because of some of the things that it is. And so I thought, you know what? I need it to change for me. So that just makes sense that it might help you guys too if I made the changes to it. And it seems to be well received. Some of you are very happy about some of the changes. So let me kind of go over what I'm going to do next year. So I have option one. Well, first, let me tell you what my Mystery Yarn Challenge is. I created this out of an idea I had when I was watching other channels that were crafting do mystery boxes to each other. They would send each other a mystery box and they would have an item in there that they had to use in their project for their DIY. And 1 month it was a diaper. They had to utilize all or part of the diaper in their challenge. And I thought, wow, that is cool. Oh, that's almost like getting mystery yarn and having to make something with it. So the light bulb went off and I tried getting somebody else to do it. I was asking people, I go, do you think this is a good idea? Do you think people would want to do it? Yeah, so I ended up doing it myself. My channel was very small, so I'm like, nobody's going to want to do it. Well, I started out, I think my first month was like 12 people, between 9 and 12 people. Now I have like 24 people playing, which is a good number. It's a good number. I can still keep track of people, and they're regular watchers of my channel. So we've become family, and anybody's welcome to join in. So the normal Mystery Yarn Challenge is you tell me you're interested in playing. I will put your name on my list. You let me know if you have any allergies or if you have any yarn weight restrictions because of issues with your hands. And I include those when I send your name to somebody else who would be sending you yarn. If you have a cat allergy, I usually will accommodate that. And also, if you don't have any cats, you let me know so that I can match you up with somebody who does have cats so they don't have to worry about their allergies and wool. So peanuts don't matter because unless you want to send somebody a snack and it has peanuts in it, but that's on you. Don't send peanuts to people. That might be a good idea. So that's how the challenge works. You send me your email with your name saying you're interested in playing for that month. Each month you'll do it. Send me your thing. And I need your mailing address. And like I said, any restrictions that you might have. And I include you on my master list. I have a master list and I keep it because I will utilize that list and compare it with addresses that I get and make sure I have your current address. And then when I've gotten all the names and I've hit my deadline, I will pull out my bingo cards. I have bingo cards and I match people up by pulling cards. And I will try not to get you the same person. Some people like somebody close to them. Postage is a concern. So if you want somebody who lives close to you, which would be close sideways or close up and down in the country. I have people all over the whole country, all the way from Washington to New York and north and south. So usually I'm able to I group those people together and match them up. Then I combine everybody. So I will go ahead and put up a little card at the end telling you what you need to send me if you're interested. And that'll give me more chance to think about it. So, okay. So if you do want somebody that's close to you because of shipping costs, you can let me know that, and I will match you up with somebody close. Usually every month I have a couple people that would like to have somebody close because it costs less to ship close. You can it's even cheaper than a flat rate box. Medium flat rate box is like 17, large flat rate box is 22. And usually if you get somebody close to you, you can do it to send it ground for less than that. And it still doesn't take very long, a few days. So if you go to the post office. So option one is you'll send somebody a box of yarn from your stash. Um, two to three, three-ish colors. We try to make it so that they can make a project. I would say pick yarn that you would like to get. We're not trying to sabotage anybody. We would like them to be able to make a nice project. It doesn't have to be brand new. It can be some yarn that you've used out of the skein, because it is from your stash. Maybe you finished a project and you have some yarn left over that's almost a whole skein. Send that to them. If somebody has a restriction and you can't accommodate them, you can let me know, and I might be able to help out with that. Like, say you only have wool in your stash, or you only have small yarn in your stash and they can't use small yarn, just let me know. We're very flexible in what we can do with each other. I might be able to get you a different person, or I might be able to actually help you out with sending some yarn. And the amount of yarn, we don't want to send a truckload of yarn to somebody. I know it's hard. I have a lot of yarn, so I like to send somebody a lot of yarn. They don't have to use it all, but some people don't have space for all that yarn. I just, I didn't not think about that because I just didn't think about that. So maybe a large flat rate box might be enough not to go over that. That would be maybe a 10 by 10 square box. We don't want to go over that. Maybe don't go over 3 pounds. Don't go over 2.5 pounds. When I do my mystery boxes, I do about 2.5 pounds, and that's a lot of yarn to shove in one of those boxes. And then along with the yarn, if you want to send goodies or snacks or treats, notions, anything, you're welcome to do that. It's not required. So if you don't have the means to be able to do that, don't feel bad. A lot of us have that stuff laying around and we like to share it, or we get something from somebody else that we can't use and we'll pass that along to somebody else. That's perfectly fine. There's never such a thing as a bad gift. It can always be shared with somebody else. Okay. So the normal challenge is you send a box and you receive a box. And you have a deadline, which is usually about 5 weeks, to make something using all that yarn. Now, when I do the normal give and receive, you can make as many projects as you want, but one of them should have all the yarn in it. That's the real challenge, is to use all the yarn in one project, the mystery yarn. That's usually very challenging. You really have to have vision and to figure out what it is. So, okay. Now, then what you do is if you have a channel, you can post a video when you get your yarn, opening your box. Everybody loves to see that. And if you don't have a channel, just take a picture of the yarn you get and send it to me in my email. And I keep it in a file, in a folder for at the end of the month. And then if you finish your project or you're working on your project and you have a channel and you'd like to put up progress, you can do that. Or if you'd when you're done, you put up your video showing your finished project. A lot of people do that. When you're done, send me your pictures. I do a presentation at the end of the month with all the people in it and all their projects. You can see that on my other playlists. I have a playlist for every month of the challenge, and there's a finale video that shows all the projects. So if you want to go take a look at any of those to see how this is done and what people have been making, it's also a nice way to cheat and see the person that you get, what kind of stuff they make. it might give you some ideas on what kind of yarn to send them. So you can look for their name in any of the months in the finale, and it'll show their projects that they made. I also made a grand finale for the whole year that has everybody's projects in it. So you can take a look at that one. That one I'll put at the end of here so you guys can go see what everybody's done. It's just amazing. People are very creative and talented in coming up with something. So that is option one. That's the normal way the Mystery Yarn Challenge works. Now, I've decided to make some other options because I have a lot of whips. I counted them and I have 21 in progress. And getting the yarn for the Mystery Yarn Challenge adds another one, and it takes away from me being able to finish these. But I still would like to send somebody yarn because I have so much yarn. I would love to be able to give them some. So what I've made is an option 2 where you'll put together a package and send somebody some yarn, but you won't get yarn. You'll work on one of your whips. What you will do is announce either to me or on your channel the whip that you're going to finish. And that's the whip that you will be included in the month's challenge. You get that whip done. Now, it should not be, oh, I'm going to make, this little thing. It should be a whip, okay? Something that you need to finish, maybe something that is of some substance, okay? Something maybe difficult, something you put on the back shelf for a while, a mandala. I have some blankets that I've been in crochet alongs that I've put aside. I had Glenda's sand throw I never finished. I've got that project. I have a rainbow blanket project. I have some things. And now, if you want to do some small ones, do more than one. Do several small ones. I have some that are small. Well, I would do more than one and get a few of them done. And then you can submit those all for your end of month project. So what the next one is, option 3 would be just to receive yarn because for whatever reason you're not able to send yarn. Because I have people who play in Canada and it's really not practical and feasible for them to send yarn to the United States. This is a perfect opportunity for those people to participate by just receiving yarn because there's some people here in the game that would not mind sending yarn to Canada. And if you're one of those people, and I get people from Canada that want to play, I will let you know and you can tell me if you would like to, you'd be willing to send yarn to Canada. And my Linda couldn't play last month because I didn't have anybody in Canada that wanted to play with her, and she couldn't send yarn to the United States. So this is a great opportunity for that. Now, I do have some extra rules for that option because the person's only receiving yarn and not sending yarn. You will have to use all that yarn in at least one project, all of it. Well, not all of it gone, but each of the yarns needs to be in that project because sometimes we don't do that because it doesn't work or we want it to look nice, and using all the yarn together it would not look nice. But yeah, that has to be done. And to eliminate, I have to put this rule out there because sometimes we have as an example, Crystal took volunteers to make her yarn kits for her. So she sent them the yarn kits as a commission and they just ripped her off. They ripped her off. She lost about $2,000 worth of yarn kits that would have made money for her dog donation because she trusted these people. So what my rule is for this third option, and I just have to do it, is if you receive yarn and you don't produce anything and you decide you just want to play because you're going to get free yarn, one strike and you're out, okay? There's no coming back. You will not be allowed to play again. I can't do that because people are having fun. We're a family. We're doing this to enjoy ourselves and have fun. And if you're going to take yarn from somebody and you're not going to play and you're not going to participate, then yeah, you can't come back and play ever again. It's not going to be allowed. If you have an emergency situation come up, if you're a regular player and you end up in the hospital, we've had some people in the hospital, you contact me, let me know. But you don't just ghost us and take yarn and disappear. That's not going to happen. You'll never be able to play. And I have to make that stance. And I have to put that out there right now. So the people that do send yarn know that's going to happen if they send yarn to somebody and that person never participates, because it's not fair to them. So, yeah, that's going to be the game. Those are going to be the options you can choose when you send me your email. You can be option 1, you can give and receive. Option 2, you can just give yarn and make a whip. And you can do option 3, where you receive yarn and make a whip. And, that might not be every month. Eventually, maybe the next month you have the means to be able to send yarn, or you end up getting some yarn over a couple months that you don't use, and you can send that to the next person the third month. That's an option, okay? It's not like you can't never send yarn. You should be able to eventually. So yeah, that'll be the rules for 2024 Mystery Yarn Challenge. That'll start in January. And go ahead and send me your email. Go ahead and start sending me your emails, because I am behind because I work for the post office and it's going to take me a while to get caught up. So I'm going to let you start now sending me emails. I'll make another video later. But yeah, if you want to play in January, send me your email and let me know. And I'll put up a picture of what you need to send me, your mailing address. If you have allergies, if you have yarn weight restrictions, if you're willing to send to Canada, if you have cats, or if you have a cat allergy, if you have no cats, or if you have a cat allergy, so I can match you up. And yeah, if you're participating in 1, 2, or 3. And that's what I need to know. Okay? All right, guys. I'm hoping that this will help more people have the opportunity to play and get some of your stuff done. I have a lot of stuff that needs to be done, and that's really where this came from. I did not want to get any more yarn, and I didn't do that in November. And I thought, you know what, that worked out really, or October, that worked out really well for me. I was able to get some stuff done because my hands hurt, so I can't crochet very fast. And so yeah, I was able to get some stuff done that I needed to get done. I had ornaments for the Rad Girls exchange, and I'm making ornaments for my exchange. And I have 6 of them done, and I need to make some more to send out. So if you don't get one, it's because I wasn't able to get them made. But I'm trying. I'm getting ready to send out my Christmas cards with my ornaments. And it's still early. We're only halfway to Christmas. But if you haven't, oh yeah, there's a Christmas stamp shortage. Oh my gosh. If you haven't got any, you better go out and start looking for them, because at least here in Utah, we can't get any. We can't get almost any stamps. We have like 5 stamps available to us right now. And one of them is for next summer. Backyard barbecue games. Nobody wants those right now, except I have birthday stamps. I have John Lewis stamps. I have Toni Morrison stamps. I have happy birthday stamps. We don't have hardly anything. So we're sending people to Costco to get stamps, but they have to buy 100 of them. So yeah, if you can get stamps in your area, get them now. Consider yourself very lucky, because I don't know what the problem is. But we in Utah cannot get stamps. He's trying to order them, and he's not even being allowed to order them and order large quantities. So yeah, if you need them, better get out there and find them right now. Maybe your grocery store has them. Some grocery stores, some little postal centers sell them. If you can't get Christmas ones, take what you can get, because apparently there's some problem with our supply right now. It's not like they can't, they're going to raise the prices. They're forever stamps. It's the same price. The stamp covers the prices no matter what they are. If you need international stamps because you're sending to another country, that's $1.50. You can use number stamps that add up to $1.50. If you use 2 forever stamps and 2 20-cent stamps, that's $1.52. 2 10-cent stamps. That's 4 stamps, $1.32, and 20 is $1.52. That's what I was selling to somebody to get them stamps to mail their international package. That was the closest I could get them to $1.50. So that's first class mail going to another country for a letter, a card, normal size. So if that's what you're going to do, there's an option for you if you can't find an international stamp. Okay. You can get stamps in other denominations as long as it adds up to $1.50. You can do that. Okay. All right. That's it. I'm going to put this up and you guys can send me your emails. I'll put everything in a folder. The people who are interested, I'll get you written down for January. And okay, that's it. Let's get started. I'm going to try to finish up. I'm going to try to get October finished and go search through some emails, see if I can find everything that I need. Okay. Okay, guys. Bye.